Welcome, friends. I'm Yvonne Davis, and this is Financial Freedom. And I want to say first, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I appreciate you so much. And if by chance you're watching this video and you haven't yet subscribed, please do. Just click on the that red box there in the corner and you can subscribe. And also, if you're willing to ring the bell, you'll be able to get all the new videos that I'm producing on this channel. And I hope you'll subscribe, like on this video. Today I'm going to be talking about passive residual income and creating multiple streams of passive residual income. So the first thing I want to say about financial freedom is I think the emphasis always needs to be on freedom, okay? Because there are so many ways to become financially free. And people who think that it either has to be you're a millionaire or you don't work anymore, they lose sight of what really matters, which is freedom. And I discovered that myself because when I was working as a paralegal, that was the highest paying job I ever had, but I wasn't happy. And so I thought that I could save enough money to retire. I read Your Money or Your Life, and I was doing the program, and it was actually very helpful. But what I found was even if I did the absolute best I could do and worked as hard as I could at the program, it would take me 7 years, which to some people might not seem like that much time. But I was so miserable. I was literally holding my breath every day to get out of there. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to stick it out because even 7 years, I just can't do this. One time I went on a vacation, and when I came back, I cried all day long. I literally could not stop crying. And I mean, I was just so unhappy there. And it wasn't because of the people, or the job. I was going to say not because of the job itself, but really I was so bored. That was the problem. I needed to be able to express myself. I'm a very creative, artistic person. And when I am forced to do work that is monotonous and routine and tedious and just the same thing over and over and over again, that doesn't stimulate my mind and my creativity and my personal expression, I feel like I'm dying. It's like the death of my soul. And I was suffering from severe depression. So I really had to get out of there. I couldn't even last 7 years. So, so anyway, again, I put the emphasis on freedom. And so I found that there are many, many ways to become an entrepreneur and use your artistic, creative skills and your business skills, if that's the kind of person you are. Now, you might not want to do that. You might want the safe paycheck. That might be more in alignment with your personality. So there are a lot of different options here for passive residual income. So let me go and pull up the list that I created. Now, most of these things I've done myself, and so I know that they work. But I've also included, as I make more videos, I will also include more ideas for things that I haven't yet tried. But usually if they're a good idea, I'm going to do it myself. Okay, so I started with a book and a workshop. Okay, I hadn't even done any of these other things yet. And I guess I would also say selling my time, talent, and expertise at the best rate I could get. I did life coaching. And so let me take you to my website because I really want to share with you the journey that I took that worked for me. So I wrote this book, The Power of Manifestation, and it's still available in paperback on Amazon. And I created a workshop to go with it, okay? So that's how I started. And then just because I was doing the writing and such, I created the website. And I think, anyone who's in business for themselves or is selling something for income, you've got to have a website one way or another. Okay, that's absolutely essential. So let me go back to that list again real quick and take a look at some other things on that list. So again, I started with the book, The Power of Manifestation, and then I created a workshop to go with that, and I taught the workshop at Colorado Free University, and I taught there for 12 years. And that's really how I learned to be an entrepreneur. I didn't start out on the internet. I had a website, but I didn't teach on the internet. I taught in a physical school, and that's how I learned to be an entrepreneur. And that worked really well for me. So I sold my books, my workshops, and I sold my time as a life coach. And then eventually I added in tarot astrology readings, and then I also got accredited in nonviolent communication. I added in counseling. So those were the three main things. And I wrote more books too. So books and workshops and selling my time as a coach, counselor, and astrology reader. Okay, so as I was doing that, I was introduced to the idea of social media for advertising, free advertising. I never got on social media for personal readings, although now that I have been on social media, I sometimes use it for personal reasons, but mostly it's still just a form of advertising, okay? Because you can do free advertising or you can do paid advertising on social media. So that's how I got introduced to social media. And actually, I'll take you over to my channel, my website again, so that you can see the social media that I have. Okay, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Google Plus, although they don't have Google Plus anymore. It's no longer exists. Instagram up here, LinkedIn, and finally YouTube. And I was really happy with YouTube. The other ones never did much for me, but YouTube has helped tremendously. I even, I don't know if I'm pretty happy with 5,310 subscribers or whatever it is now. And I'm able to support myself doing what I love. So I'm very happy with my business. And I also have a Patreon channel and a second channel, Financial Freedom, which you're watching right now. This one has not been monetized, but this one has. So these are other sources of income. So I'll go back to that list again. Okay. So like I said, I started with the first book, The Power of Manifestation, and the workshop that went through with it, and taught through Colorado Free University, and also sold my time as a coach, counselor, and astrology reader. Then I was introduced to the social media, and I used it because I was told you have to do this. I had a website, but and I'm sure it didn't hurt to have the social media, but it never really helped me until I found YouTube. YouTube has been extremely helpful to building my business, so I'm very happy with it. And once you monetize your channel, you can get ad income. So there's a source of income, passive residual income, because for every video that you make, you can earn ad income. Then I started a Patreon channel, which is also passive. Now these are semi-passive because you do have to create videos for YouTube and you do have to create videos for Patreon. And I have an Instagram account, though I have not yet monetized it, but you can monetize an Instagram account too. So I don't know if you can monetize any of the other social media. Probably can, but YouTube and Instagram are probably the best if you want to do that. You can sell merchandise, and you can become an Amazon affiliate or get another kind of affiliate account. You can get sponsorships. And then finally, if you want to, you can invest in stocks and other investments and real estate. So I think that these are the best forms of passive residual income. And they do take time to build. So they're semi-passive. The more you build, the more passive it becomes. So as an example, with YouTube, my CPM, that's the money that you make for every 1,000 views or clicks. The rate has been going up and up and up. Okay, so it's over $18 now, which is a big deal because, you know, I mean, it was down, I don't know, once upon a time, when I was even paying attention and knew what that was, it was probably around $7. So it has well over doubled, which means that my income from my YouTube channel has also doubled. So that's the way to make money. And again, you know, you have to start out building it. It's not passive in the beginning. It takes a lot of work in the beginning, but it starts to snowball so that the income that you make from it becomes more and more passive. And you can also make two different kinds of videos. Usually the kind I make are time sensitive, but you can also make what are called evergreen videos, and those can just go on forever making money. Same with Patreon. I have patrons who support me, and they don't even necessarily care about the content that I place on Patreon, but then other patrons do, and they want a lot of exclusive, private content that they're not necessarily going to be able to get on YouTube. So sometimes I will do videos in advance ad-free for them, and sometimes purely exclusive for them, and sometimes even do group Zoom sessions for them. So all of this stuff takes time to build, but once you build it, once you've built your audience, then you are making more and more passive income. It sort of builds on itself, it snowballs. Same with Instagram. Now, merchandise is just another thing to sell, and again, it takes time to build it at the beginning, like putting things on your website. I use my own website only. I have looked at other places and they charge a fee. You know, most drop shipping charges a fee, a monthly fee. And I thought, it doesn't really meet my needs at this time anyway. Maybe in the future it would, but at this time it doesn't. But that's an option for you. And like I said, writing books, yes, you have to write the book in the beginning, but then once you've written it, then it's purely passive income. Workshops, it depends on if you're in person or online. So online, I do a combination of pre-recorded materials and sometimes weekly group Zoom sessions, so it can be a mixture. But the pre-recorded workshops and webinars online can be another really great passive income stream. So it's not necessarily passive at the beginning when you're first creating it, but then it becomes passive in residual. Amazon affiliates is pretty easy because if you mention a product that relates to what you're doing anyway, other people might take interest and want to go and buy that product on Amazon, and then you can get a small percentage. Sponsorships are when a seller comes to you and asks you to promote their product on your social media, like on your YouTube channel or your Instagram or your website, wherever you happen to be selling. And so you do that for them, and either they pay you outright or they give you a percentage of sales or a combination. And then of course stocks and other investments, those are passive residual. And real estate is, it depends, because if you are, you might be doing a variety of different things. If it's a house that you live in, then you're benefiting from the equity. If you're buying real estate as an investment, then you might have costs as a landlord, or maybe you hire a management company, or maybe you're a flipper. So there can be different levels of time invested before it becomes passive and residual. So, you know, I would say just look at a combination of these things, because There's no such thing as get rich quick, at least not that I know of, unless you get really lucky and happen to buy a lottery ticket or something like that, you know. So for the most part, we all have to work for what we have in the beginning, but if you can kind of leverage it, you know, so that it snowballs over time and becomes passive residual, then you have more and more free time. So that was the path I took. I wasn't able to just work and save and invest money because it was too painful. I was too unhappy, too depressed. I had to get out. I had to be free to be myself and do what I wanted to do. And so even though I continue to work and I still work, I am much happier and freer. So I think that's more important. And then, you know, you can just continue to build multiple passive residual income streams so that you'll have more and more financial independence and can eventually retire, and usually can retire early. Okay, so that's my video for today. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments below. And again, if you haven't yet subscribed, just click on the link in the corner and ring the bell for notifications. Click like on this video, share with friends and family on social media. And I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.